Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Chris M. Walker. I am the founder and CEO of Legiit. And the video I'm about to show you is a part of a sequence I put together for you to help you make money on Legiit. Legiit is the #1 freelancing platform for marketers, agencies, businesses, affiliate marketers, and just anybody in the marketing or agency space. And it's growing and it's going to become the #1 platform in the world. And I wanted to show you how to make money on Legiit, whether you're a freelancer or whether you just want to do a little side hustle or make a full-time living doing freelancing. This series is for you. This is going to be one of the probably 10 or so videos in this series. If you have any questions, jump into the Legiit Facebook group and we'll help you out. Otherwise, enjoy the video and I'll see you soon. Next up is sales page copy. This is one that people really struggle with, so hit up the Buy Us For section if you do. Sales page copy, don't just list what you do. That's not enticing at all. If your service is 25 high DA web 2.0 links, don't just list that that's what you do. People got that. They want to know how it benefits them. So you want to write, and that's kind of brings me to the next point, is write for the person reading it, not for yourself. Don't write things that, and we're going to talk about that with one of my services, that entertain you. Write things that are going to explain to a customer why they need your service, which brings us right into the next point. Think about the person that you're writing for, what will entice them to read, and how what you offer here will solve their problem, which brings us to the next thing, which is a copywriting framework, which is pain, agitate, solve. So identify what piece of pain that the customer, and then the only reason anyone ever buys anything is to get away from pain or get pleasure. With services like these, for the most part, it's going to be they have the pain of needing to rank more or need a better logo or more content or whatever. But pain, that identify their pain, agitate it, saying, yeah, I know how bad that is, and now you can't get any sales because your site's not ranking, and then solve it with your service. And we're going to look at an example here in a second. Give example results. If you have them, don't make them up. If you have a logo that you are okay to share, or if you've written content that has ranked, or if you have gotten customer SEO results, whatever, include those. Testimonials, if you have people that have, and we have a cool function where you can actually export a review that you got. So if you have good reviews, export them, put them on your page. We're not Fiverr. We actually let you put images in your page. After all of that is done, then you can explain in detail what they get. That way it's very, very clear what they're getting when they click buy or click add to cart or whatever. And then make sure you tell them, so now that you've done that, just click that add to cart button or the green add to cart button up there, and let's get started. Let's get going. Let's take a look at an example, one that I'm proud of and one that I am not proud of. Well, I am proud of, but it didn't work. This is, I thought, a brilliant piece of copywriting. It has not worked. It's a great service too. So there's a video here that doesn't play right. I don't know why, but I actually have like a whole VSL on here about what the service is about. I thought this was so clever, and it just did not work. And then I go into talking about, have you ever been in this situation? You've done this, this, and this. And then I equate it to playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out and how you could actually knock them out with this one uppercut. And I equate that to my links and how you knock it out and then you win. And then I go into it, but I actually need to clean some of this up. But it didn't work. I thought this was a masterpiece of sales copy, and what's the number you're sharing? Guys, that was for a giveaway that we did earlier. We're going to do another one at the end. That one's an example of what not to do, as much as it hurts my soul that didn't work. And then let me find one that I'm actually proud of that's done very, very well. This is the ranking rocket, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what I do here. The title, by the way, I forgot to cover titles. Titles are kind of the same as your thumbnail. It should give people an idea of what you're going to do, also make them want to know more. So that's about it. And there's some importance there for SEO too, that we'll talk about in a little bit. Then you kind of want to have this should be something else. You should have an SEO. And this is where we get into the pain, agitate, solve thing. I start with picture this. So that instantly gets people thinking about what you're going to do for them. You walk them through it. You sign a new client. You've written your content, optimized your site, built your foundation links, and you're stuck on page 2. That's something that most SEOs can relate to. So we talk about that. Well, there's a typo there. Your client is calling you and complaining. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. They aren't seeing your results, wondering what they're, so on. Basically, this is where we're agitating the problem and basically making it even worse. They're like, yeah, I've been through that. I've had clients get mad at me. And then you come up with, it's not your fault. It's not your fault works really well because nobody ever wants responsibility for something. And then you get into establishing yourself. Trust me, I know. I've been doing it and kind of so on. And then I talk about how having made a change and how I had this magnificent breakthrough where I figured out how to solve the problem that they were having. I was able to put together a system that consistently gets my clients to rank, even when they're stuck on page 2. I was left with a dilemma. Do I keep the system myself or do I reveal it to other SEOs who are experiencing the same pain I was? And then the results blew me away. And then we get into showing results. So this was when I was in my odd Christopher Michael phase. But this is results, 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 results. So then you bring it back. Then you kind of like do some scarcity, like make it for a limited time. Although to be fair, I should probably change that because this has been up for years now. And then, I'm releasing the ranking rocket. So, and then we go into what they'll get and we break that down, and then all services, and then hurry though, that's some more scarcity. And I have changed the prices on this. So this is legitimate. And there. So the only other thing I should do differently is tell people to go ahead and click the buy button. But other than that, this one has converted very well. And then I have some other things in here. And then I have some FAQs. I put this here before we actually had FAQs built in. And then disclaimers and refunds. You don't have to put any of that stuff. I can give specific examples of what they're going to get. So this one converts really well and is probably something you should use as a template. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. The only other thing I would change is the typo that somebody pointed out for me after I pointed it out, and the call to action at the end. But this one converts very well, and it's one I'm quite happy with. Don't just list what you do. That's not enticing. You want to write for your customer or your prospective customer and tell them why they need you, explain why they need this service, figure out what pain point they have, make it worse, and then solve it. Then give example results and testimonials, and then explain what they get in detail, and then give them a call to action on something they need to do.